Today I want to talk about getting out of a creative slump because I've been in a bit of one. Being creatively stuck is something that happens to all creatives, all artists. I had a big realization that being able to identify what is holding you back is how you're gonna move forward. The thing that got in my way recently is I've been making a lot of paintings, and I made this one painting that I didn't like. I had this plan in my head for honestly months and months. I did the painting, and once it was done, I just really felt like it wasn't me, it wasn't my style. This bad painting even started to fill my head with doubt, which since I realized it's all over this one little painting, makes me realize that I don't need to be thinking like this. But it made me feel like, oh my God, am I ever gonna make good art again? What am I even making? How am I ever gonna make money as an artist? Because I'm on this freelance illustration, self-employed artist journey. And I was like, oh my God, I'm a failure. But I'm not. I just made one bad painting. Every artist makes bad paintings, and that's how you get to the good ones. A few months ago, I had made a plan for myself about how I'm going to achieve my art goals. It was kind of a strict plan with tight deadlines, and I haven't fully been following it. So I went on YouTube and I was like, I need some help figuring out how to make a plan for an art business. I came across a video by Kelsey Rodriguez, and it really flipped my mindset and helped me get out of this little funk. The video was, I'll link it in the description, but it's about having a vision instead of a plan. Obviously, you need a plan a little bit. You need goals to stick to so you can hold yourself accountable. But I think this is what really got lost for me in the process. I was focused on getting certain things done, and I kind of lost track of why I'm doing it. So to shift my focus, I did a little bit of journaling, and I asked myself some questions that you can also use. What does your dream day as an artist look like? For me, it looks like waking up early, eating breakfast at home, making coffee, going to the studio, painting, shipping orders, because ideally I'll have lots of sales, posting weekly YouTube videos about my art, and having a relaxing evening with my boyfriend and reading before bed. And then once I wrote that, I realized I can be doing this already. My dream life is kind of just what I already do. I just need to actually do it. Putting your ideas down on paper, I think, is huge in actually making progress and realizing what you want. The next question to ask yourself, what kind of art do you make when you feel most alive? What are the dimensions? What type of media, subject matter? And I quickly came to the answer that I feel most alive making art with big, quick movements. I think back to Art Center when I was doing all-nighters. Obviously, I don't want to do all-nighters anymore, but when there was a rush, a crunch, a deadline, and I had to finish my painting all in one night, and I was just working so fast, but at the same time, I was having a lot of fun, and I was just making very loose gestures with lots of texture, and I think that's what I really love. Next question, when people see your art, how do you want them to feel? For me, I think I want to invoke a feeling of nostalgia, bring back memories of things that you love. I want my work to feel like the same thing you felt in childhood when you're playing pretend. This next question, you have to be really honest with yourself. Think about the things that are keeping you from claiming that vision fully and write them down. Now think, if you already believed that you're a successful artist, what would you do differently? And I realized I would be introducing myself confidently as an artist. Right now, when people ask me what I do, I give really awkward answers, and I'm like, oh, I kind of do illustration. And it's why am I doing that? I'm an artist. I should be able to say so. Then think about, are you trying to live the life of someone else? Are you trying to copy someone else's plan? Or are you creating your own plan? Of course, it's nice to see that other people are doing what you want to do and know that there's a career path for that, but also make it your own. Then it's important to acknowledge what you're grateful for. Realize that you might already have some of the qualities that you're looking for in your dream life. Just write down what in your life right now reflects the life that you want to have. Next, think about who you're creating for. What is that person like? What are their interests and values? Is there a family member that you have in mind when you're making art? And then lastly, what's one small action that you can take today to get one step closer towards your goal? Honestly, I did this late last night. So my action was write a to-do list for tomorrow. That is so small and easy, but it got me one step closer towards where I want to be. The other thing is that I kind of struggle with a daily routine. I always want this routine, but I can never like stick to it. I teach after school art, so my schedule is kind of like different every week. So my mom gave me the recommendation of writing down what my ideal schedule would look like in a week. What kind of thing am I doing on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday? What day is my rest day? That was a really good exercise. Maybe you should try that if you struggle with routine. When I'm in this like creative funk, I kind of get stuck in my head. So to ground myself, bring myself back to reality, I like to go on walks, come to the park like today, maybe do a little sketchbook drawing. And I've also been trying to find some local artistic communities. I think that having a support system in person can be huge for keeping you accountable and not feeling like you're alone, because making art in your bedroom or at your desk can just be kind of isolating, and knowing that there are other people in your area that are doing the same thing is really nice. So I've just been looking for like local galleries I can go to, local groups. There's stuff out there, you just gotta look for it. But honestly, before I did all of that, I first had to clean my space. Whenever I'm feeling chaotic in my head, it shows up on my desk and just everywhere with all my stuff. I don't know which one comes first, the space or the headspace, but cleaning it up really helps, and it just makes me feel like I can think clearly again. So yeah, that's how I'm getting out of my creative funk. Let me know what you do to get out of this headspace, and thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.